Today, we are ranking fast food restaurants.
Oh yeah, he's a big boy.
Now, these are all roughly the ones that I've had, so these are the ones that I'm gonna rank. It's also quite likely that I'm forgetting one or a few, or... And if I am, that probably just means that it sucks, so... So without further ado...
Let's do this!
So I'm gonna predict now that this tier list is going to hurt some feelings.
Gonna cry?
You could say the tier list will produce some tears. So let's just get right into it and start off with what I think is, but it's objectively the most popular fast food restaurant on the planet. There's just no way that it's not. And that is McDonald's. Now, McDonald's.
Old McDonald.
Genuinely, I think every single one of the items on their menu, except for one, is just flat out mid.
Number one, how dare you?
Their burgers, big boring. Their chicken, listen, about their chicken, I personally, call me crazy, I think that the McChicken for the $1 is better than those, what are they, the McCrispies or whatever the hell. Those things are straight ass, and they ain't cheap either, so. But we all know what McDonald's does do just as good as anybody else, if not better than everybody else, at least on this list, and that is the fries.
Oh, the fries.
I think we can all agree the fries might as well be crack, because once you start eating them, you cannot stop. I also just realized my tier list made no sense before, because I feel like you need like a middle one, so just ignore what it looked like before. Let's start now. McDonald's, you would be flat out mid if it wasn't for the fries. Up next, what I've always thought was McDonald's arch nemesis as a child. I don't know why, because McDonald's drive-thru was always super full of cars. Burger King. That being said, I, for one, think Burger King is very underrated relative to how it stands against McDonald's. I think their chicken is pretty on par. The burgers is probably where you're going to get like the biggest dispute because they are such different tasting. You have your traditional diner style, I think, burger that comes from McDonald's versus the flame broiled that comes from Burger King. I feel like a McDonald's burger is just like the most average burger ever created. I don't know, there's something about the charbroiled, and it's not like it's my favorite, but there's something about the charbroiled that I think just like punches you a little bit harder than the McDonald's burger, and for that, I think Burger King's burgers are just a tad better. Now that being said, Burger King's fries absolutely suck. How you gonna try to compete with McDonald's for what's gotta be 300 years at this point, and you've never made a good fry once? You've done different recipe over and over and over, and they're always trash. Dessert-wise, I think Burger King and McDonald's are pretty even, honestly. Both offer, like, fine dessert. McDonald's, if the ice cream machine is even working. But based on that, like, the gap for the fries, Burger King, you sitting below McDonald's. Wendy's. So Wendy's has a special place in my heart because my grandpa used to always take me there when I was little, and I would just feast on the chicken nuggets. My grandfather would visit a Wendy's so frequently that I swear that man smelled like a Wendy's restaurant. My God, I miss that man. As for the food, Wendy's, the burgers, I'll visit back to the burgers every now and then, but they're just so bland. They just bore the hell out of me. They have like no substance. And the square shape is a choice. The chicken sandwich is there. The spicy chicken, I can get down with that. I've always liked that there. They certainly raised the price of it over the years, as has every other restaurant on this list for all of their products. But I'm a fan. Now, Wendy's is another place that's changed up their fries over the years. I think they've like tried to go down the route of like, we have real hand-cut fries. They're better quality than the other places. I don't know why I'm doing this accent. And their fries have just never like they never be hitting, you know? Now, dessert-wise, we all know Wendy's got the Frosty. The Frosty be real good. Now, I don't think that the Frosties are quite enough to pull Wendy's up above just flat-out mid. So, Wendy girl, you're gonna sit right next to the BK right now. You know what? You know what? McDonald's fries are good. They're very good, but like, oh, everything else is just so. You know what? No, we're already making edits.
She can't do that. Shoot her or something.
It's my list. I can do it at whatever point I want. McDonald's, you're no better than these fools. All right, we'll let the mid-off begin. Oh, Arby's. Oh, what are you guys gonna think about my opinion on Arby's? Listen, Arby's is so weird because, like, I feel like the vast majority of the public will put Arby's as one of those places that's just like, how do they still exist? Nobody ever goes here. And I know most people feel like that's the case because a lot of you guys think Arby's is just straight up doo-doo. I will say, sometimes the roast beef be calling to me in the night. Or they got the French dip, or they'll bring in these limited time sandwiches. They have like a vast menu of different types of sandwiches, to be honest. Like, it's not just roast beef. Their chicken products are like pretty mid, but they're fine. The fries, nowadays, you can get curly fries or crinkle cut. Crinkle cut fries are not good, but they're giving you the option now. And Arby's curly fries, I feel like most people do like those. Not my favorite, but I do enjoy them. The shakes are good. And what I really like about Arby's is that fact that there's nobody ever there. So you really never have to wait in line. I already know this is where people are gonna start to foam at the mouth and light their torches and grab their pitchforks. But listen, they got a pretty vast menu, man. And I am an impatient human being. I don't like waiting. I don't think their food's any worse than these. But that variety? Oh. Nah, it's still mid though. Is all fast food mid? Alright, now is where things get interesting. So Hardee's, or also known as Carl's Jr. I don't exactly know how the geography works there. I think Carl's Jr. is more of like a Western thing, and then they call it Hardee's on the eastern half, or I don't know. This is what I've always said about Hardee's. I just feel like it's like a better version of Burger King, because they still do the charbroiled burgers, and I think they do it better than Burger King. Their chicken sandwiches, I think, are a step up above Burger King. Their fries are certainly above Burger King. This one's short and sweet. I think it's just superior version of Burger King, and because of that, we're finally not in mid, I think. Okay. Let's get down to business. Taco Bell. Now, Taco Bell is infamous for making people have to remodel their bathrooms. And pretty much every menu item there is just a different shape of another menu item. Except now they got like fries and chicken and shit, so I don't really... But I'll tell you what. You go on down to Taco Bell and get yourself a blast, and you'll be having a good time. Especially if it's the freeze. I also personally am just a big fan of spice. Not that Taco Bell's like got a lot of really spicy food, but man, if I can just lather up that tortilla with that Diablo sauce. Taco Bell, you scare my insides. However, I'll always be a fan. Now, if you like Del Taco, like just in general, what is wrong with you? Also, if you like Del Taco more than Taco Bell, what? Kind of like how I feel Hardee's is just like a better version of Burger King. Del Taco is just a worse version of Taco Bell. But like, the gap is... Ugh. I don't even want to spend that much time on Del Taco. Like, they're literally everything they have is just worse than Taco Bell. So bad that we're hopping all the way down to E. Now, Panda Express. I don't really know how to feel about Panda Express for multiple reasons. Because let me preface this by saying I enjoy Panda Express. So they have like a decent selection with their menu, and like not everything is god awful for you, I think. But first and foremost, I just love Asian food. And is it the only Asian fast food restaurant in the country? If there's another one, I have not heard of it. But it being the only one, at least that I've ever had, like, is that just inflating how good it actually is? Now, on the flip side of that, though, the Panda Express that's by my house is trash. And its experiences I've only ever had at that Panda Express, so I know it's not like a company-wide thing. But man, I wish mine wasn't. But all the other locations I've had, like, genuinely, I like Panda, man. I like it a lot.
That's high praise.
I still absolutely would take like so many actual carry out like real Chinese places over it, but for like fast food, again, it's like the only one, and it's good. All right, and now here comes some fried chicken, and we're gonna start off with some finger licking good. Now, the Colonel, Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, whatever you go by these days. I think you can sure as hell get some like pretty crazy deals there, but in terms of like the quality of the food, man, KFC just like grosses me out. There's been so many times I've just been like around KFC where people brought it to like a gathering or a congregation or a kerfuffle, a picnic out on the lake, or me just eating it in my bathtub. And dude, it just like, sometimes it will just have a smell that's like you're just walking through a barn. So the quality just scares me there. And that's specifically with like the bone-in chicken. Because, like, their chicken sandwiches, honestly, their chicken sandwiches, I think, are pretty underrated. The tenders are boring, but, like, the sandwiches, not bad. Also, I'll always like KFC gravy, that's for sure.
I love gravy.
And if you've never had a pot pie from there, you gotta do it once. It's an experience, especially if you burn your mouth off. And if the chicken was just higher quality, because everybody likes, like, the 11 herbs and spices, but the meat itself is just... it just grosses me out sometimes. So you got some good things, and again, those herbs and spices, Colonel, but man, bring that quality up. All right, now Popeyes. Popeyes is just a far superior product to KFC. Even if you walk into KFC and like they're firing on all cylinders, their chicken is actually not tasting like they just scooped it up out of a dumpster. It still just doesn't taste as good as Popeyes, even when Popeyes is not having a good day, which is quite often. And that's not from a quality standpoint. Like, I think Popeye's chicken is like pretty decent quality for fast food chicken, but man, sometimes you will be waiting in that drive-through for so long that I'm like, what? I'm going to get something else. But luckily, the Popeyes that's actually by my house is like pretty damn good. Man, when you don't have to wait 45 minutes to get a 3-piece spice, and that's the thing too. So again, I'm a spice guy. Popeyes, you can get the chicken regular or you can get it spicy. Now, anytime I'm ever given that option for pretty much anything ever in existence, I'm always going spicy. It's just you're always going to get a greater flavor profile when you go spicy. So, oh, well, KFC, you can do extra crispy. Fuck you, I don't care. Bring the spice. Is it the best fried chicken I've ever had? Certainly not. But for fast food, it's pretty good. You can get some pretty good deals nowadays. Plus, I'm just a fried chicken guy in general, so I'm gonna put them at B tier. Now for, apparently, who is now their mortal enemy, we have Fil A. So I like when a fried chicken place, you can get bone-in or sandwiches or tenders, or you just have all those different options, right? So Fil A, you can't do bone-in. However, I just think that they're better than Popeyes. Like, putting Popeyes up against KFC head-to-head makes so much more sense because their products are a lot more similar. But if we're going back to that fiasco from a few years back and just talking the chicken sandwiches, I like the crisp and everything on Popeye's chicken sandwich, but the Fil A sandwich, it just tastes better, man. Especially with the spicy, they actually season it and make it spicy. They're not just relying on a sauce to do all the work.
Oh, but Rexy, you go to Chick-fil-A is because you gotta get the sauce.
I would say, yeah, more so if you get like the non-spicy chicken, but genuinely the spicy chicken sandwich there like can hold its own without any sauce. On top of that, Chick-fil-A has waffle fries, which are just elite. And when you talk Chick-fil-A, you absolutely have to bring up the service. They have the best service for fast food. They just do. You can still wait in that line for a long time, and that's simply just the fact of Chick-fil-A's always busy. But at least everyone I've ever been to is just a well-oiled machine. They're super polite there. You mix that with just really good tasting chicken. I'm gonna put them up there at A tier. What's interesting though is I feel like the times that I'm usually craving Chick-fil A does so happen to be on Sundays. What's that all about? All right, this is a hill that I will die on. Let's get into it. Jollibee. Not just in terms of fast food fried chicken. Guys, now I've been debating this with myself for a while now, and I don't think that I've had a better fried chicken than Jollibee. And I know it's fast food, and I'll throw in the fact too that like I haven't been to that many sit-down restaurants for high quality fried chicken. Of all the places I've ever had, dude, Jollibee is just, if you haven't had the pleasure of going to a Jollibee and having, I'm going to get more into detail of this, but specifically the spicy chicken joy is what it's called, you have not lived. I know they're not like super spread out over the country yet, but like if you're ever in an area where you can go to one, go to it. In terms of like what seems like higher quality chicken, especially for a fast food place, Jollibee just absolutely blows all the other places out of the water. I've never had it where something seemed like it was like kind of old smelling or tasting or anything like that, like I've had at the other places. And oh my god, the chicken's so juicy. So the spicy chicken joy is the bone-in fried chicken that they have there, and it's spicy. And it's like Popeyes in a sense of like they actually season the chicken itself. It's not just like a sauce or anything that's on it, like it's deep into the chicken, like you are getting spice. It also just has like it could be perfect, but at least just a great level of crispiness to it as well. My downside with it is the chicken sandwiches, the tenders, the spicy versions of those. Well, I don't even know if you can get the tender spicy, at least yet. But the sandwich is like Popeyes, where they rely on a sauce to make it spicy. Which sucks, because again, like if they would use that actual spice blend on the chicken itself, it would be just like, ooh. And then so the chicken itself is already just like the best, for sure. But they did something else. They said, you know what? You want something else great to go with that chicken? So their fries, picture like McDonald style fries. So what I like to do is take the gravy that they have there, and I just be dunking them fries in that gravy. Just a peak experience. But that's another place too with really good service. So I'm absolutely putting that into the equation. And all those things said, Jollibee, or like Jolly S. Now for Church's Chicken, which I guess is now called Church's Texas Chicken. I think it's the same thing as the old Church's. Probably. I don't know if this is just a Church's Chicken thing or what the hell's going on there. Every time I've had it, and I've gone to different locations, dry as hell. They do not know how to fry chicken there. Like Popeyes or Jollibee, you can get the chicken mild or spicy, but there's definitely not nearly as much of a jump from the mild to the spicy in terms of like spice, obviously, and then overall just flavor profile. Biscuits there, dry as hell too. The sides in general, I'm just not crazy about. Church's is just, I don't know. I don't get like that barn aspect that I get from KFC sometimes, but like, my God, I've never had Church's where it's like been cooked properly, so I guess you're going next to the Colonel anyways. Zaxby's I gotta keep kind of short just based on the fact I've only ever had it once. I was on vacation, and I don't even really remember it that much. I do remember it was decent. I know you can get a lot of like sauce options with the chicken there, I think. I remember liking it, but I mean, I feel like it would have been more memorable because of that. We'll go mid. Raising Cane's. Oh, I got an opinion. Listen to me. Raising Cane's might just be the most overrated food establishment in the history of space and time. Oh, I said it. And it's because of one simple factor. Season your damn chicken! Don't get me wrong, the sauce is like, it's good, but it does all of the work. Like, if you eat the chicken there without the sauce, it's like no better than the most average fast food place that you can possibly think of. From a quality standpoint, definitely better. But like from a flavor standpoint, it's so bland. I do not understand how so many people just go crazy over that place. Again, the sauce is good, but not seasoning the chicken. That doesn't sit right with me. And then again, on top of that too, again, crinkle cut fries. Change it up, come on. It's too bland. On top of any other comments you guys have, make sure you also comment how you feel about Raising Cane's, because I am curious. Next, A&W. A&W is another spot that holds a special place in my heart. Me and my dad would go there, and we would go like, I mean, we would get food obviously, but mainly we would go because you can get like the frozen mugs and just fill them up with all the root beer in the world. Oh. In terms of food though, I think damn near everything they have to offer is like pretty damn good. What's interesting though is that A&W exists in the US and it exists in Canada, and they're like the same but not really. Like, I don't even know if they technically classify as the same company. It's very confusing. And even the logos are like slightly different, but some of the food options too are different. In terms of like, both places will have tenders, but the tenders are different. So it's hard to judge this one because like, I think the tenders are better in the States, but I think the fries are better in Canada. The burgers, I don't even know if I've ever had a burger in the States, but I know I've had the burger in Canada and it's pretty good. But man, there ain't nothing like gonna get that frozen mug with the root beer. Root beer! If you could combine the best elements of the US version and the Canadian version, we would potentially have an S tier on our hands, but because it's like one's better in some ways and the other's better in the other ways, I gotta keep it at A tier. Still really good. Still really good. But I am confused. Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box is weird. I haven't had it in years. 2019 was the last time I had it when I was visiting California. Their menu has a lot of stuff. And I think I remember it was like very greasy. I didn't think it was half bad though. From the things that I've gathered too, like I feel like a lot of people shit on Jack in the Box, but like stuff I had, I feel like was... I've had worse. But I haven't had enough of the stuff there to formulate, I feel like, too crazy of an opinion one way or the other. I don't know, I feel like it gets more hate than it deserves, and that's just my not super experienced opinion, but like, it was fine. I like when a place has a lot of options. Though of course I prefer when a place will like try their best to perfect one or maybe two things. Sonic is definitely one of those places that like, it's like 1 a.m. You're starving for God knows why. We know why. And so you go on the interwebs and you're like, well, what's open? There she is, Sonic. In terms of food, Sonic's food is like very, very mid. You can definitely taste the frozen, but lots and lots and lots and lots of fun drink options. So that's a big bonus in my book. Do they still do the roller skates? I don't know that I've ever actually witnessed that. Has anybody? Are we sure they actually have ever done that? I feel like if I would have seen that spectacle happen, they would go up a tier, but because I don't even believe that it's true, I will say something I've done on more than one occasion. Getting real hungry at night, go see what they got on their menu. Oh my God, they have a foot-long hot dog. You get that foot-long schlong. You put the nacho cheese on it, you put jalapenos on it, you put some onions on it, you're having a good time. That alone wants me to put it in B tier, but I just simply don't believe that they actually roller skate there. I think it's a hoax. Plus the rest of the food is so we'll keep them at C. Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen, the food I think is literally like Sonic's, and I've never once been like, oh, I want ice cream. I want to go specifically to Dairy Queen. Or even craving fast food, I've never said I want to go to Dairy Queen. But is it bad? No, just like, who cares? Does Steak and Shake exist anymore? The burgers were greasy. The fries were good. Do you exist? I don't know what to do. White Castle is an anomaly. I don't know that there's lower quality food anywhere in the country. Like when you bite into a White Castle slider, can you be so sure of what you're eating? And I'll literally only get it once, and oh my God, it's gotta be once every 5 years, if that. But I'll be damned if I don't think about it sometimes. The best part is I've gotten food poisoning from White Castle not once, but twice. So I don't know. It's like, it's gross, but I don't know. They somehow make you crave it once you've had it. And again, the crinkle cut fries, certainly not the best, but there's something about theirs that like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because like it sits in that bag with their other food and it just like, or in the cooking process and it just picks up the fumes of all the onions and well, that's the only flavor of anything there, I guess. That being said, it would be diabolical to put this above an E, so that's where you're going. Oh, Culver's, which I think at one point in time used to be exclusive to the Midwest, but I don't know, and I don't really feel like looking it up. I know now you can get it in other regions, so. Culver's is good. I like Culver's. Nice butter burger. I mean, it does sit in your stomach like a brick, but I've never once had a bad experience at Culver's, and the food quality, it does definitely seem a step up above like, you know, a McDonald's or a Burger King. Like, it's for sure. Culver's is one of those ones, though, at least in the Midwest, that like you could be waiting for a little bit to get your food. Culver's, you're a little pricey, but I'd always like you. Speaking of pricey, no place has the audacity to price their food like Five Guys burgers and fries. Let's put the price aside for a second. In terms of what you're eating, is the food good? Yes. Is the food great? No. And this is one of those places too, like, not to the extent of Raising Cane's, but like, man, people love Five Guys. But you can certainly get a better burger. I'm a fan of the fries. They're real hand-cut fries, and that's hand-cut real fries are like for sure my favorite. And you can get the Cajun option too, which makes them even better, at least there. But again, the boldness of their prices. No, I never want to go to Five Guys. Like, I can't stress it enough. It pisses me off. And because of that, this tier was made for you, Five Guys. Is your food this bad quality? No. But again, you guys are out of your minds. F. For those of you that love Five Guys and you go there often, I just have one question for you. How much debt are you in? From one burger chain with a lot of opinions to another, In-N-Out. That same trip when I was in California, it's the only time I ever tried In-N-Out. I think In-N-Out is a very good burger. The prices really don't piss me off either. They got those shoestring fries there like McDonald's, but I did like to get them animal style because the fries themselves were a lot more plain than like McDonald's. But the burgers, the flavor was very good, and the quality seemed pretty good there too. Again, for the money, I really wasn't upset at that. Here's my thing with In-N-Out. Again, like Raising Cane's, people say it's like the greatest thing ever. I'm certainly more flabbergasted by the support at Raising Cane's with its actual product. But if you're a burger person, you go to In-N-Out, you're gonna have a good time. Best burger ever? No. But I'm certainly not mad at it. Speaking of best burger ever, all right, listen, I'm not saying it's my favorite burger ever because there has to be better burgers. There simply has to be. But for one, my favorite kind of burger is like that smash burger style where it gets that nice crust on the patties. And just straight up, just stay with me here. Shake Shack has this one specific burger. It's the Smoke Shack, specifically the double Smoke Shack where you get 2 patties. So they put this nice bacon on it. And then the game changer is they put these diced cherry peppers on it. And you mix that with their house sauce, which is so good. It's like the Jollibee where I can't think of a place where I've had a better burger. The regular Shack burger and all the other ones I've had, like, they're still really good and everything. But the Smoke Shack specifically, like, there isn't anything I would change about it. I do have a few things with Shake Shack as a whole, though. Like, the Smoke Shack burger is damn near perfect. But in terms of rating it as a whole, 1, their chicken products could use more flavor. It's kind of like how I feel about, like, Chick-fil-A's non-spicy chicken. Like, it's good, but it just, like, it could use more seasoning or something going on there. And then once again, the damn crinkle cut fries. You can load them up there with cheese and bacon and stuff, but still, like, crinkle cut fries, like, the ceiling is only so high for crinkle cut fries. It's just, they never wow me. There's no way they could. And then it's literally in the name, Shake Shack. Their shakes are good, but they're like nothing to shake a stick at. So don't get me wrong, everything that they have there is still really good. My main thing is I just wish they had different fries, but the chicken's still good. The shakes are still good. The prices, it's a little high. It's not as insane as Five Guys where you have to take out a loan to get lunch. But if you have yet to have a Shake Shack burger, go get yourself one. That Smoke Shack burger itself, S tier. Everything else there, I'm good with it being A tier. All right, well, those are all the fast food restaurants that I've been to, I think. I know some of these rankings I got here are not the popular opinion, so let me know what you guys think. Put in the comments how you feel about any of my choices, especially the ones that I know they're not the popular choice, but I'm sticking to it. Or if you agree with any of the spots I picked, like,
Yeah, I got food poisoning at White Castle multiple times too.
but please go get a Smoke Shack burger, and please get that spicy chicken joy from Jollibee because my God.